underway here. Feeling good energy today.
Ohar walking down the side. In front, they score! Jung-Sun Kim to the goal, they score!
Now Tyler McGregor scores for Canada!
Jones walking right in, waits, shoots, scores! He's got Lee going to the net, he scores! Proving once again, and so dominant, showing the world why they're number one.
The hosts, they proved that they came ready to play on day one of the 2024 World Para Ice Hockey Championships, and now we shift our attention to day number 2 here at the Wynn Sport Arena in Calgary, Alberta, as we welcome you inside the broadcast booth. My name is Zach Marks. Please be joined, as always, by my broadcast partner, Dave Dawson. And Dave, Canada coming off a dominant performance on day one. Italy maybe leaving a little to be desired in the nightcap. Take it away.
Yeah, I think dominant is definitely an understatement for Team Canada. 19 was the story for 2 reasons. 19 goals scored for Canada, completely dominant. 49-1 were the shots. And number 19, Dominic Cozzolino, led the way with 4 goals. He had 8 points in that game, 6 shots on goal. Another complete dominant performance. His line, McGregor, Hickey, Cozzolino led the way for Team Canada, as they often always do, will likely do again today. The road to the championship will likely go through Dominic Cozzolino and company for Canada, but first, a victory today will likely be on his back.
Now shifting attention to Team Italy, coming off a tough performance against Team Czechia yesterday. Who's going to lead the way if they want to get into the win column here today?
Yeah, I think when we look back at the game against Czechia, the first 2 periods, maybe they can scrub away. They only were outshot 8-4 in period number 3. They had a lot of energy left in their step, and Alex Anderle is going to be a guy that is going to have to continually push the energy up. He's going to have a lot of Canadian forwards coming at him with a lot of tempo and a lot of speed and a lot of offense. Head coach Mirko Bianchi told me before the game of Team Italy that being aware of that and not getting into a situation where you're panicking or you're making the wrong decisions. A lot of pressure on Alex Anderle and the defense from Team Italy to start better than they did. There were times in the game against Czechia that he felt that they really left to the side. They really could have capitalized when they had the opportunity to. But I think overall in this Canada-Italy matchup, there's a lot of history between these 2 teams. There's a lot of room to grow for Italy.
Now, Team Canada, they're coming off that 19-0 win. They led 10-0 after 1, 18-0 after 2, and then the lone goal in the third period coming relatively late. The highest score we've seen so far in the tournament. They look to join Teams China and Team USA in the 2-win club. As we shift our attention down to ice level for today's match officials, and the gentleman that will be starting us out here tonight as referees going to be Jan Vanek out of Czechia, the linesman Brendan Lewis out of the United States, and Matthias Norum Reipel out of Norway taking charge here in this one.
Canada took charge yesterday. Statistically, number of scores, Tyler McGregor led the way with 10 shots on goal as well, and had a great conversation with Greg Westlake, one of the assistant coaches and a guy who has been a part of the program for a number of years, about that as we look at Team Italy hitting the ice and their starting lineup today. Zach, why don't you take that away?
Starting lineup, they're going with DePauli, Ramoti, Marnini, and Rosa up top. Enderle and Cavalieri on the back, and as expected, Enderle again gonna play a big role here today. DePauli with the assist on Larch's lone goal against Czechia yesterday.
We didn't see a lot of the DePauli until about the 3rd period yesterday, Zach. I really want him to activate early. And for Team Canada, starting lineup, they're gonna go with Jacobs, Webb, Kovacevic, and Dunn, with Lavin and Henry on the backside. And the meeting between these 2 teams, well, they have 13 other meetings in history. Canada's outscored Italy 87-3 during that stretch. Their most recent interaction, they were in the Worlds last year. They never actually met in the tournament. Both played in the tournament. And Canada won back in Bridgewater, Nova Scotia. 8-0 was that score, as we have a look at the current standings.
And as mentioned, USA and China atop Group A with 2 wins apiece. Group B action starting day 2 right now. Canada top spot as of yet against Team Czechia. Italy looking for their first win as they look to join Czechia in the 3 points category.
A pair of firsts for starts between the pipes today. Originally we were given Julian Castellatter. It looks like Stilitano is going to be occupying the pipes. We'll start with Team Canada. How about Corbin Watson between the pipes? And that is a great story. Corbin Watson, longtime goalie, 25 shutouts in his career, 73 games played, 52-17 record, .17 goals against average, played in 7 games at the Paralympics, and more on him today. So much respect for the guy they call Waddy throughout the organization.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Some great numbers in his history. Obviously, his first game of the tournament. And we were told Castellatter.
Yeah, looks like
Stilitano was in between the pipes. So
they're both in there. Well, we were told Castellatter, so let's go with his stats. 0-2 last year in the Worlds. 516 goals against average. 833 save percentage. Part of that South Tyrol Eagles club program in Italy. And it does look like it's going to be Castellatter, which is not the latter of the choices, which is great news.
Stilitano throwing things off a little bit as we get a look there at...
That's Mike Fountain, assistant coach of Team Canada, on the bench there. And more on him later on in the broadcast as Russ Harrington is to his left as he'll get ready to become 2-0 in the tournament.
And, of course, taking a look over at Team Italy's coaching staff, Mirko Bianchi
is on
ready
the right
to
side
lead
there, yep.
his team into this matchup against Canada, hoping for a better result than they had yesterday against Team Czechia.
Very animated coach, Mirko Bianchi. I had a great conversation with him about his coaching style before the game. More on that in the broadcast today. A lot of stories to be told in para hockey. 8 teams all gather in Calgary, and one champion crowned next Sunday. Day number 2, it's game number 3. Canada and Italy meet in Canada Olympic Park in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. If you were watching from a distant perspective, this 4-arena facility known as the Winsport Event Center. Mark and McPhail Center is this arena. There's 4 arenas on site here. Gorgeous part of Western Canada, right in the heart of the Rocky Mountains. Zach Marks on the call for you.
As we turn our attention to center ice, it's Anton Jacobs-Webb taking the opening face-off for Team Canada against the Italian center.
Gianluigi Rosa, I believe.
Yes, indeed. DePaoli was listed as the center initially, so little throw off there as Rosa decided to take that opening face-off, and we're underway as Team Canada right to work on the forecheck. Scored early and often against Team Japan yesterday. And Team Italy looking to avoid a similar fate here in this one as DePaoli unable to clear the zone. Great play there from Lavin to hold his line. Now Dunn in front. Castellatter tried to clear, put that off his own pad, and it eventually falls to the Canadian defenseman Lavin. Henry, a diving play to keep that in, but Italy will eventually get it out to center ice.
Henry, the only player in Canada without a shot on goal yesterday, and they had a lot of them, 49, which is not a record, by the way.
That being said, no shots, 5 assists for Tyrone Henry yesterday. He was stellar in the puck distribution department.
He's always excellent.
As Jacobs-Webb forced back into neutral territory, Lavin will start the rush and drive into the zone here. Feeds a pass in front. Puck is there, McGregor hunting for it, and it ends up being Kovacevic who nearly came in and took that over. Instead, Castellatter will take no chances covering up for a whistle.
As expected, an early push from Team Canada. No captain, my captain, Tyler McGregor right there, and high praises from Greg Westlake, a longtime great. We'll have more about him throughout the broadcast today, a former legendary player, now an assistant coach. And Tyler McGregor is such the emotional, great leader, and his Ontario friend, Corbin Watson, between the pipes today. Can't wait to tell more stories about him.
As Macri takes over possession for Team Italy, and pushed ahead, collision at the blue line between McGregor and that was Andreoni who collided. But it's Aaron Halbert. He'll bring the puck into the zone. Halbert drops it off for Cozzolino. Centering feed, nobody there. Finds Armstrong at the blue line. Rob Armstrong shoots. That's stopped by Castellatter. I'm not sure he knew he made the save, but doesn't matter if you know about it as long as you do it. And he keeps that out. Halbert Found the back of the net in the win over Japan yesterday. The Calgary native, you know that one felt good. As Hickey feeds a pass across, somehow that got to Cozzolino, but he was unable to corral possession. Now he's got it on the half wall. Centering feed, that finds Tyler McGregor. He shoots, stopped by Cass-Ladder, and the rebound covered up as well.
What a save by Cass-Ladder. Two great goalies for Italy. I asked Mirko Bianchi, the head coach, about Stilitano, and he said, you know what, we're going to give our other goalie a chance today, and Cass-Ladder has always been excellent in every appearance I've seen him. Nice feed from Cozzolino. McGregor, left hand to right hand. A hard glove save falling backwards. His momentum is carrying him back. Cass-Ladder still stays in position, hammers it down for the faceoff.
That line combined for 22 points yesterday against Team Czechia. 7 for McGregor, 7 for Hickey, and 8 for Cozzolino. As well.
And of those 49 shots, 10 off of McGregor, 5 from Hickey, and 6 from Cozzolino. 21 of the 49 shots on goal. We'll have more on Liam Hickey today as well. Got a great conversation with Greg Westlake about him.
Faceoff's going to come outside as it was played out of the ice surface by a Canadian stick. So a fresh faceoff in the neutral zone here with 12:53 to play in the opening frame. Boyle controlling off the face-off win from Dixon. He's named player of the game for Team Canada yesterday. 3 goals, 2 assists for number 11. As he looks to track down Brad Bowden and the rest of the all-time greats for this Canadian para program.
Yeah, he's not far behind Brad Bowden. He's right there. 60-something points, I believe.
Played ahead, Corbin Smith with possession. Dishes down low just out of the reach of Vincent Boyle. Had a goal and 3 assists as well, did number 13. In fact, it's quite difficult to find a player on this Canadian roster that didn't have a multi-point game. Corbin Smith trying to break in on that play, but had the puck knocked away. It bounces its way to the half wall and is eventually shoveled down low by Henry. Canada battling down low. Boyle will shovel that one in front. He found Dixon, and Adam Dixon takes possession back for Team Canada. Centering feed, it's behind Smith. He got to it anyway, dishes off. Boyle shoots that one just wide and will rim all the way out to center ice, forcing Canada back into their own zone. Dixon had that roll away from him as he'll now look up ice, plays it off the boards, and Lavin makes his way over, plays that loose puck, gains the red line, and will look to skate it into the zone. A little bit different of a style for Team Italy to defend against. Comparing Czechia and Canada. Canada more the puck possession. They want to skate the puck in over the line as opposed to dumping and chasing, which is what Czechia employed most dominantly yesterday.
Yeah, great segue as well. That's why I talked to Mirko Bianchi literally about that. It's one of the talking points I was going to have today, that exhausting when you're that physically dominated. Well aware that Canada's going to play a bit of a different style of a game.
Halbert with a long shot, and that's stopped by Cass-Ladder, who will hold on for the whistle.
Yeah, Zach, when talking to, hold that thought, media timeout already.
We'll step aside here from the Wynn Sport Arena, coming back for the rest of the first period. You're watching the World Para Ice Hockey Championships from Calgary, Alberta.
Mirko Bianchi and Team Italy were not happy about giving up an early goal to Team Czechia yesterday. Says wasn't the way they want to play the game. Well, they chased it after that for Canada. 4 minutes in here for the Italian group. Still a scoreless game. My name's Dave Dawson, and this is Zach Marks.
As puck corralled by Team Canada off that draw, Dunn played it back to Halbert, who fired it across to his key partner, that being Rob Armstrong. And now Jacobs Webb Had a pair of goals in yesterday's win, and he's tied up down below the goal line, battling with the lone goal scorer for Team Italy, Niels Larch. Eventually pushed back to the blue line. Canada able to hold it in. Nice play from Armstrong. As now Dunn drops it off. Kovacevic skates onto it. Centering fee, that didn't connect. Armstrong picks it up behind the net. Checked into the wall there by Ramoti Marnini. And Jacobs Webb eventually comes away with it. Halbert, plenty of speed there, just couldn't reach it in time, and Canada forced back out to center ice. Still scoreless here as we play just under 5 minutes here, and Italy looking to turn a little bit of forecheck into an offensive opportunity. That shot from DePaoli well over top the goal, though, and will chase Italy back into the neutral zone.
But it shows the crisp release that DePaoli has. Hold that
Here's
thought.
a turnover, a shot, and a save from Kastlader as Kovacevic coming close for Team Canada. And now the puck finds its way back to the stick of number 29. Kovacevic passes in front, defended well there by the stick of Kastlader. And he's done it again, has number 82, just defending the net front himself, preventing those passes from getting through. McGregor knocked that down with a high stick, and we'll get a whistle here. And a face-off coming outside of the Italian zone. 9:28 to play here in the first. And let's get a look there at Dominic Kozolino. Entering play today was the leading point getter in the tournament with 8 coming in. As face-off will be inside the neutral zone. Rosa will take this draw against Kozolino. And it's Kozolino who wins it back to the captain. Swings it across to Liam Hickey. The set play off the draw, working to perfection. Pass quickly from McGregor. He's in. And oh, what a save by Kastlader. And face-off going to come outside. That's a crease violation if my referee signs have stayed with me.
Yeah, you do practice referee signs. Tyler McGregor, big smile on his face, and trying to drive the net hard, forcing the puck wide and getting it back to McGregor. And crashing the net there, and had a great chat with Greg Westlake before the game today, and he told me about the strategy of how to approach the goal for Italy. A little bit, not unconventional, but something that they picked up on film. More on that in the first period.
The set play working again here. Liam Hickey skating in, passes across. Kozolino scores on the doorstep. 5th of the tournament for Dominic Kozolino, and Canada opens the scoring. It's 1-0.
Rebound right in front of the net, drive the net hard, and guess who? Number 19, 19 goals yesterday, and 19 opens the scoring with the goal here today. Nice drive by Hickey, goes wide, the whole way McGregor's calling for it. It gets interrupted in front. The puck is right there for Kozolino, there for the taking. Not the way they designed it, but the way it ended up. And Dom has another one, opens the scoring for Canada. It's 1-0.
9th point of the tournament for number 19 as 9:06 remains. We'll start back up. Canada with their first lead of the hockey game. And Tochi will play that ahead for Gabriel Lanza, but out of his reach. Flipped across, and here comes Halbert. Aaron Halbert slows up, dishes off. Now Corbin Smith. Delayed offside here against Canada, and this one's going to go back into the Canadian zone, so Italy getting an offensive zone draw on the miscue. 8:47 to go here in period number 1. First offensive zone draw of the game for Team Italy. We'll see if they can get a shot onto Corbin Watson.
So one of the things that Greg Westlake and I talked about before the game was attacking the front of the Italy net. He said some of the young players just want to force pucks, drive, throw things at the net. He said you got to find a strategy. You got to spread things out and then open it up a little bit. And there's a great look at Kovacevic's first couple attempts that Italy's going to block that a few times. However, a net drive is how they scored.
Puck pushed ahead off that face-off. Italy steals possession back. Torella sends it into the corner. Now Rob Armstrong plays it back around for Boyle out of his reach. First to it, Francisco Torreira. Torreira plays it across. And now Canada out to center. The pass from Armstrong does not connect, but it will go right on to Kastlader, who has to cover up to avoid the pressure from the Canadian forecheck.
So shots 5-0 here early for Canada. And if you're Italy, I think this is a good situation to be in. You're not necessarily chasing the game yet. Canada hasn't really dominated or overtaken. It's 1-0, shots now 6. nothing in favor of them, but giving up that early goal, not an early goal at all. Like, Italy is one of these top programs in the world, right? They're on the Group A side for a reason, and I think for Canada, you want to push the pace a little more on them.
Face-off won again by the Canadians, and it's Tyrone Henry with possession, 5 points for number 5 so far. Passes off, Jacobs Webb, puck stolen away by Gianluigi Rosa, and he'll start back. Feeds it into the path of the onrushing Matteo Ramotti Marnini. But it's Henry who got back first. Good body check thrown there. The puck's still in the corner, and it pops free and rims all the way around in behind the Canadian goal. Lavin with a high flip out to center, and down the ice it will go. That'll trickle right to Castlatter, who will deflect it across to Enderle. Alex Enderle.
That looked a lot more dangerous than it needed to be. Not as smooth. I'm sure they would hope next time, but Enderle again.
As he's tied up in the corner is number 2, Canada coming away with the loose puck. Play back to Lavin. Lavin for Tyrone Henry. Tried feeding a pass across. Instead, it's picked off, and Gianluigi Rosa plays it ahead. Intercepted. Nice read from Zach Lavin. He'll work it back in. Lavin slams on the brakes, passes across. Kovacevic tried to let a shot go. Drew a penalty instead. Canada will go to the power play here as puck touched up by Team Italy. And we've got ourselves a team penalty coming up against Team Italy.
Yeah, Gianluigi Rosa has been one of the top players here today, going end to end, forcing it through the center, and then trying to back check and break up the play. And right there, top of your screen, great pickup, guys. Thank you very much. Perpendicular sleds can't do that, and that'll bring you to the penalty box for 2 minutes or less.
Canada, top power play in the tournament, running at 50%. That being said, they are 1 for 2, so a small sample size. Italy, meanwhile, they're 3 for 3 on the penalty kill. Did very well against Czechia last night. We'll see if Canada can add on to their lead here on this first man advantage.
Good shot at Enderle chatting with Mirko Bianchi.
That long shot from Halbert handled, and the rebound covered up by Castlatter. Desperation dive there from number 82 to cover that puck up before McGregor could find the loose change.
All right, rewind play. Good shot of Mirko Bianchi at the bench with Alex Enderle, the defenseman that we talked about. We had earmarked as a player to have to watch today. He's going to be taking a lot of time as there's a delay with the goalie having some repairs on the mask. And there's Mr. Bianchi drawing the X and O's up for his defensive group. I asked Mirko about his strategy on the bench. I said, Mirko, I often see you so animated. You're very expressive on the bench. Do you have any inspirational quotes you use? He goes, no, Dave. I'm an X's and O's guy. I just like to describe the game. And right there, a visual picture of how Mirko Bianchi coaches.
Face-off win for Canada. McGregor a shot blocked by Antoci. Rebound, Hickey couldn't gather it up. And Italy able to work it out to center courtesy of Niels Large.
So Zach Lavin, that great breakup and retrieval that started that rush for Team Canada. I think for Canada, you want to get another one here to build your confidence because, again, that's generally what happens in that top-ranking groups, right, with a lot of speed, which Italy on and offside there. Italy aware that Canada's going to have a lot of speed. That's what they're going to contend with. For Team Canada, there's a good look at R.N. Halbert. Zach, tell me, was there a bigger explosion yesterday than a 92 score?
Maybe when Canada first came out onto the ice for the start of the game, but other than that, no. You could tell the home fans knew that he'd scored, and it meant something to the people in attendance here last night, and I'm sure a similarly loud ovation would come should he find the back of the net here tonight. As Liam Hickey enters the zone, Canada on the power play, minute 14 left to go in that advantage, as Hickey will feed it back up top for Halbert. Aaron Halbert lets it go. Blocker saved by Castlatter. That's a good save from the Italian netminder as Cozzolino comes away with it, feeds it across for McGregor. McGregor lets it go over top the goal, and that will chase Canada back into the neutral zone, and in fact, all the way back into their own zone.
That was a good hard rip on that shot, and Castlatter, a nice blocker save, good puck placement from Halbert from a long way out, trying to pick the far blocker side.
Cozzolino driving in, drops it off. Dunn following up. McGregor fired that on goal, but off the side of the net. Dunn collects the rebound. A little over 30 seconds to go on the power play. Cozzolino looking for an option. We'll feed it back up top for Hickey. Liam Hickey makes a move, passes off McGregor at the side of the net. Oh, what a save by Castlatter as he gets across to rob the Canadian captain.
Oh my goodness. Maybe one of the saves of the tournament. Kasladder stretched out. That's a guy who's going to score 80 million goals by the end of his career, and he had one taken away right there. Look at this. Woo!
Wow. I guess that makes it 79,999,999 then. As Kasladder steals that one away. As the faceoff will be to the right of number 82. And the faceoff won by Team Canada. Boyley with possession. Vincent Boyley looking, dishes off for Dixon. Dixon will let a shot go. That one wide of the target. Ricochets right back out in front. Trying to jam it home with Smith. It's tied up underneath the sled of the Italian defender. And finally the whistle goes. 5 seconds left to go in the power play.
Yeah, and again, going back to that comment from Mirko Bianchi about playing that strong defense in front of the net, right? You know Canada is going to try and cut through the middle, diagonally dissect the zone, do those kinds of things. Greg Westlake aware of that. He's saying we don't want to attack the heart of the defense. We want to spread them out. So Canada again trying to attack that net front. Kasladder holding ground.
Tie-up draw, one back by Canada. Lavin at the end of the power play. Canada 0 for 1. It's Armstrong, let's go, deflected just wide. Boyley thought he'd put that in the bottom corner. Now it's Smith. Corbin Smith with possession. Drops it off for Rob Armstrong. Navigates the line perfectly. And dishes down for Lavin with a little bit of room to work. Lavin lets it go. And that one trickled just wide as Kasladder tried to get the glove to it, but missed it on that far side.
Zach, I don't know if Lavin realized how much room that he had. I think he was focused on kind of controlling. The puck was rolling on him. He had a lot of real estate to move towards net. Didn't get the kind of wood on it that he wanted to.
Puck flipped ahead by Boyley. Smith will leave it for Dixon. Adam Dixon coming off a 5-point performance on day one. Working right in. The puck rolls towards the net. And we got a very quick whistle there.
Referee, I think, thought the goalie had it.
As 4:12 to go here in the first, Canada leading 1-0 on a goal by Dominic Cozzolino. Will return to the Win Sports Center in just a moment.
Russ Harrington, the head coach of Team Canada, having a bit of a dance party themselves here. Crowd enjoying it on a Sunday night. Beautiful Calgary, Alberta. Refreshing it has been. And Russ enjoying a 1-0 lead.
As we get back underway here, 1-0 the score as mentioned. Albert will leave for James Dunn. The lone Canadian forward did not find the back of the net yesterday. At least the lone dressed forward. Mathieu Lelièvre on the roster, not in the lineup on day one or day two. As Canada going to work on the forecheck. Kovacevic had the puck knocked off his stick. It finds Anton Jacobs-Webb, however. Centering feed, shot on goal. That one sits in the crease and is covered up by Kasladder for another save.
Did Kasladder make that save or did Antiochi block that? Either way, unbelievable.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B from the looks of things. We'll get a better look here. And I think, I think it is Antiochi.
Great look from this angle.
Oh no, I think Kasladder may have caught a piece with the stick, but either way,
still Stiletano and Kasladder, Zach. Wow.
Two top goaltenders, that is for sure. As a quick shot wide of the target off the stick of McGregor. And now forecheck going to work for this top Canadian line. And the puck worked free by Team Italy. Nice work defensively here for Andrea Macri. As it's flipped down the ice, that will go the distance.
Or will it?
And it will be an icing call.
Close. So Italy was outshot yesterday, 10-1 in the opening period, 14-0 in period 2 by Czechia. And Team Canada, obviously dominant. 22 zip shots were in yesterday's opening frame, 18-1 in period 2, 9-0 in period number 3. And again, for Italy though, I think this is a win. 1-0, playing well defensively. You go into the room, If you can get an early goal in period 2, check mark for them. For Team Canada, got to find a way to beat this incredible goaltender, as he's been playing just sensational so far.
Canada with possession once more inside the zone. Drops it off for Cozzolino. Dominic Cozzolino, room to work. Passes off for Hickey. Put it just wide as it went through the crease. Oh, so close for number 23. Board battle ensues on the far corner. And it's pulled free. Penalty coming up here against Italy as McGregor was upended. We've got ourselves a holding call coming up here against, and I believe that is Andrea Macri in the far corner. He doesn't like the call, but he'll head to the box nonetheless. 2:55 to go. Canada back to the power play.
Yeah, a few players usually do like the call, but he's going to be heading to the penalty box. And yes, yeah, again, Canada to the power play. Italy playing with fire a little bit here, right there. Kind of finding their way through this opening period, riding their hot goaltender for Canada. Zach, a great opportunity for them to really jump on it here and get a goal again before the end of the period. Have a little bit of padding before the end of period 1.
Face off one back by Team Canada. Possession held by Halbert. He'll let a shot, or rather a pass, go for Cozzolino. And Dominic Cozzolino looking for options. Leaves for McGregor behind the net. Tyler McGregor drops it back at the line. Halbert no, it did come out. That was close. And a face-off will come outside the zone. Aaron Halbert not too thrilled about that call.
Yeah, it was really, really close at the line.
As another look here at that pass down low for Cozzolino, and then just the puck movement from Team Canada that they've been able to do. McGregor taking it over as Team Italy winning the face-off, sending it down the ice. Canada maybe only with the one goal so far, but the puck movement has been stellar. And here's another example of it as it finds Tyler McGregor. McGregor fends off the one check, dishes off for Cozzolino. Cozzolino into the middle, looking, waiting, passes from McGregor, nice stick work, and he scores! The captain's on the board. Tyler McGregor makes it 2-0.
Led the game in shots yesterday. Got robbed about 5 minutes ago on a save. You'll see on the highlight reel tonight. No mistake this time. Cozzolino, little feed there. Nice little inside-outside move on guess who? Anderle, the guy who's going to see a lot of number 8 in this game today. How about that shot? His left hand is caught up on Anderle, so he has to use his right hand and his momentum to get that shot while he's falling forward, rips one top shelf. That's a goal scorer's goal for the captain, and a nice one by Tyler McGregor.
Fourth of the tournament, as you just saw there. 2-0 Canada leads it with a little over 2 minutes to go here in the opening frame. There's Macri with a long shot, and Watson with his first save of the 2024 World Championships.
Yeah, our first look at Corbin Watson. Got a whole bunch of stories on him. Can't get it in if a puck's not on that end of the ice.
Dixon will fire that one into the zone. Kaufman cuts it off. Stolen back by Adam Dixon. Flips it in open space, and Lavin will take it at the blue line. Zach Lavin crosses with Smith. Smith gives it over to Dixon. Dixon back, but just too far in front of Tyrone Henry. Now Henry gets it back. Dixon with a shot, and that is caught and held by Castlatter for the whistle.
There's a look at Adam Dixon, and for Team Canada, 8-0 the last time that these two teams played back in the Para Hockey Cup in Bridgewater, Nova Scotia in 2022. And a long history between these two groups. They haven't played as many as some other countries, and 13-0 all time. 89-3. Italy scored 3 goals against Canada in the history, something they want to improve on today.
Now up to 91-3 with today's matchup. If my math serves.
87 plus 2.
It was 87 coming in. My apologies. A shot comes, stopped, and Castlatter makes the save and holds on.
Another great save from 82, adding to his highlight reel. And if Italy wants to improve on those statistics and put the math back in their favor, it'll depend a lot on number 82. Look at that puck placement again. Nice shot. We'll get a great look from this angle as well. Boom. Blocker save. Good tracking. Had some help from his defenseman as well. And a look at the youngster on the bench, Corbin Smith from Moncton, Ontario. Not to be confused with Moncton, New Brunswick.
Goal and 4 assists yesterday for Corbin Smith. Comes close to his second of the tournament there. as Canada continues to work on the forecheck. Rob Armstrong feeds it across for Anton Jacobs-Webb, but it ends up behind him and into the neutral zone. Pass flipped ahead into the path of Halbert. Out of his reach, Italy taking over. Jacobs-Webb in, but offside at the Italian line.
So Canada has been doing a great job, and I think a bit of a different game compared to the team they played yesterday. Obviously a group that moved up from Pool B into Pool A, and for Italy, they've been in the Pool A group for a long time. Mirko Bianchi and company doesn't want to go back down. This is a very defensive group. Italy, make no bones about it. They have players who can score goals. Canada aware of that. That's why they want to keep them to the other end of the ice.
Tie-up draw here. Rosa fighting against Dixon. And the puck finally pulled free by Team Italy, and it'll be Ramolti Marnini who fires it down into the Canadian zone. Armstrong back to collect. Drops it off, and Aaron Halbert looks up ice. Tape for Smith. He finds Dixon in space. Adam Dixon into the zone. Passes off. Armstrong couldn't take it with him, and Italy able to chip that to the near side wall and eventually to the line. That does stay in. Now it's out. Rosa's pass too far ahead of the Paoli, and that will be an icing call against Team Italy with 12.7 seconds to go in period number 1.
Yeah, Gianluigi Rosa was the one who picked up that puck and created the turnover, tried to go through the middle between two sleds. Each player kind of, do you want it? Are you going to take it? Ended up going all the way down the ice. As you have a look at Rob Armstrong, and there's a look at number 6 for Team Italy, Gianluigi Cavaliere.
Faceoff will be to the left of Julian Kasslader. He's got 10 saves to his name in this opening period. Tie-up draw, pulled free eventually by Canada. McGregor a quick shot, and that'll be caught and held again by Kasslader. 6.2 on the clock.
Not an easy save by Kasslader. Kind of caught him up sort of high in between the shoulder and the arm, trying to make sure that rebound didn't come down on him. So good set play there for a positive shot with well, probably one more chance here for Canada, unless Italy can win the draw. Rose has been good on the dot too.
Face-off to the left of the net. Face-off win, a quick shot, and another good save from Kasslader. Halbert in front, but the buzzer sounds. And 15 minutes in the books here in Group B as Canada takes a 2-0 lead into the intermission. We'll step aside here from the Win Sport Arena before being joined down at ice level by Gianluigi Rosa of Team Italy. You're watching the 2024 World Para Ice Hockey Championships from Calgary, Alberta.
Two 2-0, Team Canada leads. Team Italy after one period of play, joined now by Gianluigi Rosa. And Gianluigi, in the first period there, a lot of the time spent in your zone. How does your group find a little more time on the other end of the ice?
Well, we know that a game like it is, we have to stay a lot of time in our zone, but we are doing well. The group is playing well, and we're happy for that. Maybe we can try to find something more on the offensive zone. We hope we manage to do that in the next period.
Yeah, and you've been one of the players who's been trying to create a lot of offense from the end of your ice. What are some of the ways you can do that? Is it better passing? Is it better positioning in the second period?
Well, all of them. Passage is the most important thing. Maybe we're not so good in that. Maybe because when you are defending a lot, you spend a lot of energy more than going up and down. But we have to improve that. If we do that good, maybe we can pass some more time, time in the offensive zone, and maybe have some chance to shoot and play and create something.
Well, Gianluigi, one more question for you. What does it mean for you to represent your country in the World Championship like this?
Well, it's a few years that representative my nation, and it's important, especially in thinking about the next Paralympic Games that will be in Milano Cortina, so in our country at home, and we are trying to improve this group and find some new player and make a good Paralympic game and work for that, improve all the players, and that's the most important thing.
Well, appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Gianluigi Rosa, but growing the game right now. They want to get a goal and Canada will have to grow the lead. We'll be back to Calgary. Hang on.
Please welcome back to the ice for Team Canada.
And we are back for period number 2. Look back at period number 1. Canada dominance in the shot department, 14-1. Lots of pucks at Julian Kasladder. Lots of great saves for the Italian netminder. They were able to beat him twice, but it took a lot of effort in order to do so. One of them came off the stick of Dom Cozzolino as he deposited that one in, sweeping that one along the ice. And Aaron Halbert, what a ripper there on the blocker side. Kasladder, an incredible save. Backdoor feed for McGregor. Oh my goodness. Highlight reel save. Not to be fooled twice though, as Mr. McGregor in tight top cheddar. They're spreading it on here in Canada Olympic Park as we look back at the scoring summary.
Yeah, Cozzolino getting his 5th goal of the tournament from Liam Hickey and Tyler McGregor, and Tyler McGregor on the power play from Dominic Cozzolino as he returns the favorite of the captain for his 4th of the tournament. 2-0 is where we stand through 15 minutes of play.
You and I talked about yesterday, 19-8, usually a lockstep back-to-back, and one guy gets 3 goals, 4 points, the other guy gets 4 goals, 3 points. Cozzolino McGregor, the fans in attendance here, just loving it.
Canada up by a pair. Not quite the same result as yesterday after the first period where they were up 10-0. This one a little bit closer, Italy pushing a little bit more. As good to see as always.
Had a great chat with Ryan Robbins a couple weeks ago, the senior manager of events for Hockey Canada. Had him on our podcast and talked a lot about growing the event side of it. Right during the pandemic, people were kind of programmed to staying home. Now that things for the past couple of years want to get fans back in attendance and packing the barn. And the upcoming schedule for the rest of the week, you can get into attendance.
Nice and easy.
Today.
We got tomorrow, or we got later tonight, 8:30 puck drop, the last game of day number 2. Team Japan taking on Team Czechia, as Czechia up by a 4-1 win yesterday, and Japan falling 19-0 at the hands of the Canadians.
And there's the senior manager of events for Hockey Canada, an incredible gentleman, really well spoken, very approachable as well. I see him interacting with all the great Hockey Canada staff, all the staffers that we work with all across the country. There you go. Smile on his face, that's all he normally does, is smile. And all the incredible people in Hockey Canada have done a great job putting on these events. Yes, the streaming part of it's so important. You want to come out to the arena and support these great athletes.
As we get the second period underway, puck pops free, and Zach Lavin will take control, pushing it ahead for Anton Jacobs-Webb. Will take his time with it, feeds James Dunn. Dunn with a little bit of room to work with here as he's tied up, leaves it for Kovacevic, leaves it for Lavin as Gianluigi Rosa, our guest at the intermission, trying to get that out, couldn't do so. Lavin will work right in, lets a shot go. Stopped by Kasladder, the rebound trickled just wide as the Italian netminder not entirely sure where that puck went after he made the save. But Canada continuing to battle here. Tie up in the corner. Jacobs-Webb pushes it back to Lavin. A shot blocked en route. Nice stick there from Cavalieri. And it'll be forced out to center by Italy.
Gianluigi Rosa in amongst that puck break up in the corner. When I asked him, Gianluigi, what's it going to take? Is it better passing? Is it pucks off the glass? He goes, I don't know if either one of them's going to work. He kind of laughed about that. So great amicable interview with the youngster.
Puck pushed into the zone. Dunn going after it against the Italian captain. That's Cavalieri. And the puck stays behind the net. Good work there from James Dunn. And puck Pulled free by Team Italy. They'll work it out to center. That pass behind the on-rushing Andreoni. Good read there from Lavin, who has been everywhere for Team Canada so far.
I don't know if that might have caught a patch of water on the exit pass.
Here comes Lavin trying to bring it in, drops it off for Tyler McGregor. McGregor will drop it for Hickey. Hickey makes a move in, shoots, scores! Liam Hickey. And Canada's got a 3-0 lead.
And we got the Hickey family right underneath us in our vantage point. They're loving it. Lots of 23 jerseys everywhere. And Liam Hickey, another part of that 19, 8, and 23 connection. All they do is pile up points. Liam Hickey talked to me yesterday about how difficult it was to come back from the concussion and how hard that was. I talked to Greg Westlake at length about that today. We'll try and fit that into this period. What a rip, Zach, for number 23 up top, the St. John's Newfoundland native. Made no mistake on that one.
Now each member of that top line with a goal in this one as Canada leads it 3-0 early in the second period. Puck forced ahead. Albert will drop it there for Cozzolino. He skates into it. Dominic Cozzolino looking to use that speed. He'll drop it off, passes behind McGregor, and then he's knocked off stride. McGregor maintaining puck control. Great work there from the Canadian captain. Rob Armstrong tried finding Hickey there, couldn't do so, and Italy work it back out to center ice. Armstrong will drop it for Cozzolino, who starts again. He'll drop for Hickey. Hickey ahead for McGregor, tried to make sure he was onside, did well to stay on there. But now Italy able to find that loose puck, they'll clear it. Now to go the distance, and Halbert will win that race against Niels Larch. Icing the call, 2.5 minutes gone here in the second period.
Zach, the game of hockey is a funny thing. Italy looking for the breakout pass, whoop, whipped on it. Zach Lavin stops it at center. What happens seconds after that? Canada breaks in and scores. And an elite team like Canada, USA, groups like that, you got to capitalize on your opportunities. Mirko Bianchi right there. Talk to me all about that today, right? So for Italy, if you have moments like that, you want to hit tape to tape and get your breakaway chances.
Face-off won again by Team Canada as Dixon will fire a snapping pass across to Lavin, who couldn't quite handle that. Good work from Boyley, though. Forces the turnover. Dishes off. Corbin Smith with some room. Smith with a shot and snagged by the glove of Castlatter.
Wow. What more can 82 do? He's giving it to his defenseman right now. Hey, we got to get going. We got to get going. Look at that. Great pickup. Like, I can't skate the puck up and score for you guys. I need some offensive help. Great release. Great look off that camera angle. Right here you'll see, wham, label, top shelf. Nothing happening there. Knocking all the shelves down and put it into my glove. Look at the intensity in that guy's eyes. Linebacker eyes. Is that not a gamer or what?
As Italy winning the face-off, they'll send it out to center and all the way down the ice. Canada back to retrieve. Goes Lavin, and that caught a water patch and forced Lavin to make a quick read there as Gabriel Lanza applies pressure. Corbin Smith now will feed it ahead for Boyley. Gives chase. Alex Enderle there to cut it off. We've got a delayed offside against Canada. And trying to clear the zone is Enderle. He'll push it ahead for Lanza. Couple of checks thrown. There's one. Dixon and colliding there with Rosa. And now Canada with possession inside their own zone once more. Out to center. Dixon knocked off the stride there by Rosa. Does pick up the loose puck. Stolen away by Team Italy in the neutral zone. They're becoming a little bit more aggressive, are the Italians, in this period, especially in that neutral zone space.
I like that from them, for Italy, to try and claw back here. There's nothing wrong with that as long as you play within the whistles. Gianluigi Rosa is a man on a mission here today, and I think he could be the guy that Italy can lean on for Team Canada. Different game than yesterday, but they're still on top, and they're playing well.
Nice feed to Boyley.
Oh, boy.
Boyley had Smith on the breakaway pass, couldn't get it to him. Instead, it's Dixon who works in, shrugs off the check from Rosa, dishes off for Zach Lavin. He's still got a penalty coming up here against Team Italy. And the Canadians back to the power play here. It'll be a tripping call, I believe, is the call. And this one, not sure anyone knows who this is against.
Going against Italy, I think.
Players don't seem to know who should be heading to the box, but we'll figure that out when we come back to the Wynn Sports Center here in Calgary, Alberta. 3-0 Canada leads over Team Italy in the second period of play at the 2024 World Para Ice Hockey Championships.
Hockey fans, want to stay connected to Team Canada during the World Para Ice Hockey Championships? Check out our social channels at Hockey Canada on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And use the hashtag Calgary2024 for posting.
Gianluigi Rosa in the penalty box for the second time in this game, and joking with the penalty box attendant there, but a tripping call there, and his stick just getting caught underneath the sled of Zach Lavin, disrupting the rush for Team Canada and sending them to their third power play of the hockey game. They're 1 for 2 so far,
Mirko Bianchi not impressed.
as most coaches who are on the penalty kills tend to be. As Canada winning that draw, Tyler McGregor with the power play goal here this evening for Team Canada. He'll dish off for Hickey. Hickey across. Cozzolino takes his time, feeds it back to Hickey. Hickey tried to jam it in, but Cassletter had the bottom of the net covered and holds on.
Yeah, hit. Cassletter sprawled across, ready and prepared for number 23. And looks like he's in some discomfort there with an equipment situation. Cozzolino, quick stick, right? Great job by 19 to find 23, as those three guys have done a lot of work together. Cassletter looks like he's ready for action. How about those eyes? Look at how intense he is. Focused athlete.
Ready to face any shot that comes his way. That one a little over the top from Tyler McGregor as the Canadians hold the zone. Hickey wheeling, dealing, dishes off, shot, and they score! At the side of the net, it's James Dunn with his first of the tournament, and Canada makes it 4-0.
Great play by Hickey, keeping it in at the line. Brings it down low, waits, sidesteps the defender. Nice soft play to Dunn. So Cassletter thinking that puck's gonna come into the front of the net, because that's generally what they've been doing. Back to my point and my conversation with Greg Westlake. Don't force pucks to the center that aren't there. Look for other ways to be able to create offense, and that's exactly what Dunn did, putting it off the back of Cassletter and in. That's a great pickup by Russ Harrington, Greg Westlake, and the entire coaching staff from Team Canada. Not forcing pucks to the front, finding ways to be creative to put the puck in the net.
Dunn had 5 goals at last year's World Championships. He's got his first here on the power play. Canada now 2 for 3 and looking for more as we're back into even strength hockey. Albert with it on the far side. His shot blocked. McGregor finds it. Oh, and he's upended. Heavy collision there. McGregor somehow finds that puck again, shoots and scores. Tyler McGregor's got 2, and Canada makes it 5-0.
Gianluigi Cavalieri, very frustrated, number 6 in blue, after that goal. Scramble in front, contact there. McGregor, relentless on it though, no give up. Cavalieri screening Cassletter. Boy, did he not like that one.
He doesn't like it because it goes in off of Cavalieri. I thought that changed directions as that shot came. It looked like it was going left. It ended up going right. Wrong, sends the goaltender the wrong way. Cavalieri obviously not happy about that fact that he, little self-inflicted damage there for the Italians, but McGregor will not complain. He's got 2 in the day, and now 5 on the tournament. As we get back underway, it's Team Canada with possession, played ahead for Kovacevic, and that'll be an offside at the Italian line.
So I had a great chat. There's Greg Westlake on the right, part of the coaching staff for Canada now, one of the all-time greats, and he told me a lot about, Greg was one of the builders of this sport, para hockey. You want to make a stand-up hockey comparison? Okay, sounds good. Mario Lemieux, that's the name I'm going to throw out there. That's Greg Westlake. Told me all about when he was done hockey, he was kind of thought, well, where do I contribute now in stand-up hockey, there are spots for guys like that to help grow the game. He talked about the importance of now being involved in coaching. And Brad Bowden, a guy, but now coaching with Japan. That's how the game is going to grow when you have your Greg Westlakes, a.k.a. your Mario Lemieux, involved in continuing to grow with different countries.
Kovacevic looking for a loose puck in front. He had his initial shot blocked. And Anton Jacobs-Webb first to that loose puck for Canada. Back up top for Tyrone Henry. Henry looking for an option. Will feed it back down low for Jacobs-Webb. Passes behind him. And it'll force him into the corner. Heavy collision there. As physicality starting to ramp up a little bit here. Italy maybe a little bit of frustration trying to take out that pent-up rage. And a centering feed defended yet again by Casslatter. Always love watching the goaltender just swat those passes away. As Italy with possession once more. Oh, heavy shoulder check there for Kovacevic as he took his man out. Now a penalty coming up here against Canada as Italy will go to their first power play of the day. As Tyrone Henry touches up. And we'll see what the call is here.
It's going to go against Zach Lavin.
And that is a charging penalty.
Yeah.
As Lavin will head to the box. And, well, not quite the award Lavin would have wanted, but he is the first Canadian to make his way to the penalty box in this tournament. Canada did not take a penalty in yesterday's win.
There's the contact right there. So the official put his arm up right away. Canada with only one shot, call it 2 shots against in this entire tournament. Italy now. This is where I think a momentum turning moment for them. Right, Russ Harrington having a conversation. Easy trying to play optimist here, but I think Canada obviously has done an incredible job preventing pucks into their zone. Italy needs a goal, and they need it now. Captain Obvious says so.
Well, their goal yesterday came on the power play. Canada coming into today was tied for first on the power play. Italy was the other team with them at 1 for 2. That shot just missed as was looking to go over top of Corbin Watson.
And that's where Nils Larch scored. Haven't said his name a lot today, Zach. Nils Larch, Stephen Kaufman, DePaoli, all guys that stir the drink. It's been a Rose's show so far.
And he's got the puck again, does number 3. Slows up. Albert pushed him off the puck. Nice play from 92 in white. And it'll be swung around to the far side. DePaoli keeps it in. But his pass down low for Larch. Well, Larch's goal coming late in the third period. Cut the lead down to 3-1 at one point. Czechia would respond about a minute and a half later to put the game away. But Italy pushed quite well in that third period. And this power play could very well be the start of a pushback here against Team Canada.
Yeah, they were outshot 14-0 in the second yesterday, but 8-4 in the third.
Armstrong with the steal and the clear. Success there for Team Canada.
And Zach, what the opposite of what conventional wisdom would have thought. We talked about Italy's conditioning, right? So conditioning would mean you're dominated in the third period. It was the opposite for Italy. They had that extra push in period 3.
Heavy collision there. Halbert taking out Kaufman, which slows the Italian attack as Larch had to wait to get back on side. Kaufman now feeds it across for DePaoli as Italy will pick it up on the near side. That's Andrea Macri, who's checked into the wall by Hickey. And Armstrong once again gets the clearing attempt to go his way, and down the ice it'll go with a little over 10 seconds to go on the Italian power play. Maybe one last rush here. Lavin ready to rejoin his teammates as puck finds its way to Nils Larch. Dodges a check from Hickey, who has played physically in this one. And that'll do it. Lavin rejoins his teammates. Canada officially 1 for 1 on the penalty kill in the tournament. Puck flipped down the ice by McGregor, and that's gonna be beaten out. Nice hustle from Lavin. Fresh out of the penalty box. Beats out the icing call, goes to work on the forecheck. Battle won by Canada. Liam Hickey with the puck in the corner. And this line has done just about all the damage so far, whether it's the power play or just finding the back of the net itself. And here they do it again. It's Tyler McGregor. He's got himself a hat trick. And it's 6-0 Canada.
The perfect time for Canada to score, which makes it hard for their opposition. Right after a power play is unsuccessful, he couldn't get a shot on. What does Russ Harrington do? Top line out there, Tyler McGregor short side. Zach, the second short side goal on Casslatter. They've been going glove side for most of the first period. He was robbing him. Second period, couple short side opportunities, finding a hole there. And the captain has got 3. Again.
Back-to-back hat tricks for number 8 in red and white, as Canada now up to 6 in the game. Appropriate that McGregor's 6th of the tournament would be the 6th of the game for Team Canada. They really like these parallels. 19 yesterday with Cozzolino leading the way. If this game ends 8-0, I think we know what the storyline was. Canada's got possession yet again. Lavin looks up ice, feeds it ahead. Nice pass for Dixon into the path of Boyle. He scored once yesterday. Boyle drops it off. Smith takes over and is tied up by the Italian defender. Nice work there from, I believe that was Andrioni on the back check. Indeed it was. Check thrown there in the corner. A little over 5 to play here in the second period. Canada up 6 here over Team Italy. Boyle looking to add on, driving towards the net. Couldn't get the shot away. Good work there from the Italian defensive unit. And Enderle will send that down the ice. That's going to curl just enough to negate icing. Lavin will have to play it.
Great draw weight. Right on the button.
Scotty's and the Brier ended about a month ago, but it's never wrong to bring up the curling world.
You said curled, so
hey.
It's right there. It's right over home plate. About belt high. Got a swing at it.
And now a shot there, put just wide. The sports analogy is coming fast and furious here in the second period. Lavin dishes for Smith. Smith looking to get a shot away, unable to do so. Now he'll push it in the path of Dixon. Passes behind Boyle. He would have had about half the net to shoot at as Kasslader was caught out of position, but the pass wouldn't connect. Now Boyle with a steal off of Cavalieri, but it's Italy who comes away with that loose puck yet again, forcing it out to center ice. Lavin will push it ahead. Intercepted by the Italians, and Lavin looks back up ice as he regains possession in the neutral zone. Andrioni chasing down each Canadian forward, and we've got a team penalty coming up here as Marnini will head to the box.
Might be tripping. Nope. Teeing. Zach Marks right on the spot. Never doubt you, young man. Why do I ever?
Canadians go back to the power play with 3:56 to go. And we'll step aside here for one last time in the second period. 6-0 Canada leads Team Italy. You're watching the World Para Ice Hockey Championships from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Welcome back inside the Winsport Arena. There we see Matteo Ramotti Marnini in the box for Team Italy, as he was called for teeing just before the break. And here you see it once more, Armstrong, and sure enough,
that is perpendicular contact, sir. That definitely is.
That it is. Mirko Bianchi, obviously not too thrilled with his team's discipline so far. This will be the 4th power play of the game for Team Canada, and they've scored on the first 2 of the first 3. As it's turned and fired down the ice, good start for Team Italy on the penalty kill.
And we saw from Team USA in the game prior, granted they had an 11-0 lead where they had a different strategy. I talked to Greg Westlake about that 19-0 score, and more thoughts on that into the third period.
Here comes Liam Hickey right down Broadway. He works in shot, and that's stopped by Kasslader, who holds on, and a little pat on the back there from Andrea Macri.
All right, so Liam Hickey again. There was an option to drive right to the glove side. They went to blocker side. This time Kasslader comes up with it. Nice acceleration there from Hickey. So, yeah, I guess Macri was coming in from the right side. His edge work goes left, and a nice save by the goaltender from Italy. I got a good story on Hickey I want to get into period 3 as well.
Face-off won by Canada. McGregor to Hickey, and he'll pass it across. Good stick in front as Larch defends that pass, or else Cozzolino likely has number 2 on the day. Now it's Liam Hickey again. How many times can we say his name in a power play? He'll work in with speed. Hickey waiting. Decides to go around the net, flips it back. Kasslader's out of position. but Cozzolino could not get a shot away. Good positioning there for Macri. Now Hickey's got it, right hand. He'll let a shot go, and he scores! Liam Hickey on the power play. Canada's cooking with gas on the man advantage. Make it 7-0 Canada.
Yeah, this place is lit. Canada, another one on the power play, and Liam Hickey does it again. This top line, continual pressure. How about that toe drag and control from Cozzolino? Are you kidding me? Liam Hickey right from the back pocket. Look at this, uncorks it. Bank, number 23, no problems there at all.
Fifth of the tournament for Hickey, second today. Go ahead, partner.
Liam Hickey, talked to him about the concussion yesterday and how difficult that was. I want to finish that story. I asked our producer, Calvin, hey, can I get 23 at the whistle? Worked out perfectly, didn't it?
Torella will fire that one down the ice. That'll be an icing call against Team Italy.
So I talked to Greg Westlake about Liam Hickey. I said, Greg, 23 was gone for a considerable amount of time. I asked him about the concussion, how hard that was, and he said, it's one of the hardest things I've ever been through. And I said to Greg, where have you seen the evolution of his game since then? He said, one of the hardest things for me, now that he's at the spot that he is, was watching him go through that because he's separated. He's back home in Newfoundland. He's not with us and going through the recovery process and a concussion. It's in sport, it's really hard to do anything to rehab an injury, so to speak, when it comes to a concussion. But he really felt that Liam Hickey now at the apex, the top of his game, back to where he needs him to be again. And when 23, 19, and 8 are all on the same page, look out, opponents.
Canada with a face-off coming outside the Italian zone after the puck got jammed in the sled of Jacob's Webb. We had underneath the sled. This time it was more in the sled on Jacob's Webb. He spent about 5 seconds just trying to dig that puck out. Finally, the whistle goes as Dunn will come in to take this draw for Canada. With about 2.5 to play here in the second period. And we've seen it a lot in this tournament so far, a slower start in the first period, and then the second period is where the goals start to come a little bit more quickly. Kovacevic's pass is intercepted there. Cavalieri takes over and swings it around.
Other than Canada's Canada's game yesterday.
Every
other game.
But even so, still 8 goals in that second period for Team Canada.
Yeah.
There was no shortage of offense in the middle frame.
You're totally right.
As Dunn with possession here. Canada with 5 goals at this point in the period. Looking for more though. Jacob's Webb shoots. Good save from Kasslatter. That's a tough one to make a save on. That's just, there's not a lot of wind up, not a lot of movement there. Jacob's Webb with a second chance at it. And again, it's stopped. And we got a crease violation. Face-off's gonna go outside the zone.
Might come all the way down the other end of the ice. Is that what he's signaling? Straight up, 45-degree angle.
I have my penalty signals down, not those ones.
I had to study some of those. We're 5 feet from the officials in the booth, so maybe they can educate me between periods. And Kovacevic, not too far from home, just 2.5 hours up the QE2 or 145 if you drive like Dave Dawson. We'll join. He'll talk to us between periods. Looking forward to catching up with Micah Kovacevic. Just kidding. I drive the speed limit.
I was going to say, I don't recommend driving like Dave Dawson.
No.
Just for the record.
I drive the speed limit. I obey all traffic laws.
Face-off won by Team Canada. Armstrong into the zone. And he's got possession. Dishes off. Here's Corbin Smith. He'll let a shot go over top the goal. Albert drops it off. Boyley for Dixon. Dixon shoots over top the net again. Armstrong will race over to pick up that loose puck as we approach the final minute of this middle frame. Large battling. And battling down low. Boyley coming out. No, that's Dixon, my apologies. Back for Halbert. He'll let a shot go. Oh, that nearly wrong. Sent Kasslatter the wrong way, but it does go out the wrong side. And we enter the final minute here. Canada battling, looking for more here in this middle frame. And that'll be sent the distance. Watson has no interest in that icing call. He's going to play it, leaves it for Halbert.
I think he just wants to touch the puck. He's bored.
He's got 1 save so far as he left it for Halbert, who brings it right in. Good rush penalty coming up here against Team Italy as a great solo rush from Aaron Halbert is going to be called on a teaming penalty against Team Italy.
Yeah, and it's really difficult for Italy right now, right? Because it's the speed they're trying to match with coming downhill on them continually. So going to the penalty box for Italy is going to be Antiochi. And for Team Canada, back to the power play again. What do you do when a guy comes flying to the neutral zone at you? Nice move by Halbert there. So Macri maybe had the edge on him. Not sure if Antiochi maybe needed to be there on the back check, potentially. Obviously didn't intend, I would think, and connecting with his sled, but Mirko Bianchi cannot be happy right now. Undisciplined is what's leading to all of this dominance by Canada.
3 power play goals already for the Canadians, 2 off the stick of Tyler McGregor as Hickey's got it. He'll feed it across, nearly found him. Or pardon me, just the 1 off of the stick of Tyler McGregor. James Dunn and Liam Hickey with the other 2. McGregor working right in, lets a shot go. Great save from Caslander, gets the glove on that and kept it out. McGregor will swing it around for Cozzolino. Rolled off his stick, and he'll pick it up on the near side. Cozzolino spinning. Thought about a drop pass. Now we'll feed McGregor. He lets a shot go just wide of the target. Would have been a buzzer beater, as that will do it for the second period of action. Canada adding 5 goals here in the middle frame to take a 7-0 lead into the second intermission. We'll step aside here from the Win Sport Arena before being joined down at ice level by Micah Kovacevic here at the World Para Ice Hockey Championships in Calgary, Alberta.
Score after the second period, Team Canada. The hockey official video, Team Canada set 7. Team Italy, 0. Shots on goal in the second period. Team Oviedo, Team Canada. Canada, 25. Team Italy, 1. You guys have been at turn with me. My expectations are simple. They've been the same at every turn I've ever been a supervisor at. There are 2 expectations.
A great look at the Calgary skyline on this Sunday evening as we get set for the start of the third period from day 2. Canada leading Team Italy 7-0 here at the Wynn Sport Arena. Zach Marks alongside Dave Dawson. Dave, 5 goals for Canada in that second period. Plenty to talk about.
Plenty to talk about when it comes to Julian Kasslader and how much he's needed the offensive support from Italy, but he hasn't been able to find it. They've been short a player way too many times. Power play goals for Canada, plenty, as McGregor and company dissecting this shot going off the defenseman and changing direction into the net. And Hickey, nice little feed, sweeping that one along as well. Hickey this time depositing it on the short side. And then Cozzolino, look at that toe drag control to Hickey. Whoop! Right up under the bar. And that's where we stand, scoring summary.
Liam Hickey got things started in that second period with his 4th of the tournament. He closed things out as well with his 5th. McGregor with 5 and 6 on the power play with 1 of them. Back in the first, these 2 unassisted, and James Dunn with his 1st of the tournament as well. Canada 3 for 4 on the power play. They will also start the period with 1 minute and 24 seconds of power play time.
Yeah, the crew's working on the ice here. A few water patches left, so might have a bit of a delay to start the third, but that's absolutely fine for Mirko Bianchi and company. I imagine a little bit more time to rest and prepare, whereas they've been whistled in, now it has. All right, they're ready to roll. Great news. Great crew here, by the way, at the Wynn Sports Center. We, with the HM Live staff, have worked plenty with this group over the years, so tremendous effort they've done to get ready for period 3.
As we're set for the beginning here of the third period, Canada looking to make it 2-0 in the round robin portion of the 2024 World Para Ice Hockey Championships. And off to a pretty good start here, entering the third period up by 7 as they'll look to close it out. Are the highest scoring offense through 2 games are the Canadians, now with 26 goals in the tournament. That shot, make it 27. Tyler McGregor's got his 4th. What a shot there from the captain. Make it 8-0 Canada.
Another power play goal for Team Canada. I imagine the message at intermission from Mirko Bianchi, hey guys, don't take any more penalties. Feed across, McGregor left side, right side, and Kasslader looked like he was trying to force himself at the puck, maybe overcommitted, going right to left, a little bit too far than he wanted to go. And then the cross body shot was a nice one from McGregor. Good decision, good puck placement. His 4th of the game, and Canada has 8-0. 8 is the score. McGregor, you mentioned it, Zach.
The parallels are unmatched with this Canadian squad so far at the 2024 World Championships, as they're now 4 for 5 on the power play in this game, which is 80%. And also puts there's 8s everywhere at the Wynn Sport Arena tonight, as Canada will look to continue on here. Adam Dixon will get there first. Now 5 power play goals for Team Canada in the tournament. And Boyle looking to add on here at even strength. Works to the middle, shot blocked. And Rosa comes away with that loose puck for Team Italy. Gianluigi Rosa plays it ahead for Christophe De Paoli, as he brings it in. Tried to fire a pass across for Rosa, couldn't connect. And now Canada back out to center. Here comes Boyle once again. Boyle tried to make a move, just overcommitted on that puck a little bit. And now puck fired in deep. Enderle will turn it back around. Cut off by Jacobs Webb. Couldn't corral it cleanly. Well, he might have been in one-on-one against Stilitano, who is now between the pipes for Team Italy.
All right, so a change there. Stilitano started yesterday's game, played in yesterday's game.
Here comes Halbert right in. Nice move. That's going to be called, and that shot wide as Anton Jacobs Webb looks skyward. Armstrong with possession. We got a penalty coming up here against Team Italy, as I believe it'll be another team call. This time as Halbert drawing another one. The speed of Aaron Halbert causing Italy problems. Another team call. This one going against the captain, Gianluca Cavalieri.
Yeah, number 92 fired up right in front of family and friends, and we don't have, we're not too far from some Halbert jerseys here in our broadcast vantage point. And yeah, dialed in as 92. Cavalieri maybe had, well, from his perspective, a bit of frustrating last 20 minutes for him. A puck goes off of his sled into the top of the net. He's been under siege from the backside. Him and Enderle have been seeing a lot of the top line for Canada.
Face-off one back to the point. Dixon in possession as he'll look to make a move here. Dixon Feeds it across. Kovacevic, his shot blocked by Jacobs-Webb as Anton Jacobs-Webb plays it to the line. Dixon in possession, a pass over. Kovacevic shoot, and that is a glove save for
Might have gone off the
Stiletano.
goalpost, I think, maybe. Very, very close, potentially going off the goalpost.
As now on the half wall, it's Dixon. Dixon will feed it back to the point. Armstrong to Jacobs-Webb. Jacobs-Webb shot, another glove save for Stiletano, and that is something we saw numerous times last night against Czechia.
Might have caught a piece up high, too, maybe even off the mask.
Here comes Armstrong right in, passes off, and they score. It's another power play goal, this one to Corbin Smith. And again, the parallels. Number 9, Potts number 9.
Finally got you on the puns. I've been working for years to do that. Great keep in at the line. Look at that. Just holds it in. Zach, the last 2 chances, they went in and they attacked. They shot. So patterns, trying to program in the goalie. Okay, predictability. Nope. This time pass. Goalie's preparing for shot. Not ready for it. Back of the net. 9-0 Canada. And they're rolling. And I imagine again, staying out of the penalty boxes. It is Stiletano's night now. Castlatter is getting some water, and he's called it a night.
That is 5 for 6 on the power play. This Canadian man advantage lethal so far in the tournament. Now 6 for 8. That is running at 75% in the tournament. Wild stuff from Canada as they continue to press here. Hickey centers. That one went off a body. And Halbert's got possession right back. Feeds it across. Good stick from Stiletano, or else McGregor's tapping home number 5. Armstrong's got possession back. Feeds it ahead for Hickey. Hickey lost it, and now Christophe DePaoli could be away for Italy. Pushed it ahead of himself, and just a little too far. Hickey recovers in time. Good recovery for number 23.
What a game for 23 today. It's been unbelievable.
Hickey has been great, and that pass from McGregor did not connect cleanly. Halbert has it roll off his stick, and he's got it again. Aaron Halbert's speed has been troubling for Team Italy, as he's playing with a similar style to a Yifeng Shen, who we see with Team China. The speed coming through the neutral zone for 17 China, very similar to 92 in red and white. And here's a chance for McGregor. That one put wide. Enderle got in the way of that. Good defensive work there from number 2.
It's a great comparison, Zach.
Board battle ensues. Hickey comes away with it as Liam Hickey looking for an option. Elects to go back to the point. That's Tyrone Henry. Across to McGregor. Tyler McGregor passes for Cozzolino. Couldn't get the shot away, as in the way was Cavalieri. Carrying on though, Zach Lavin pitching in from the blue line. He's got the puck. Lavin swaps with McGregor. Looks to cut to the middle. Instead slides it for Cozzolino. Couldn't get that on goal. Poke checked away by Stiletano. Puck played ahead. Cut off. Nice play there for Lavin. And nearly caught an edge there as trying to stop himself, and couldn't make a play on that puck cleanly. Icing waved off as Corbin Smith probably could have touched that puck, but it would have caught him in a weird spot. So he elects to let it run through, and they'll collect it in their own zone.
Smart play throwing that at the Italy bench, see if you catch them with too many players on the ice. Referee didn't feel it was, and I think they made the right call, but very, very heads-up play is to throw it at the bench and see what happens.
See that all the time at all levels of hockey. It's one of the first things you're taught on a is get to the bench quickly as Corbin Watson snags that shot from Rosa and holds on, his second save of the game. And that'll take us to the media timeout. 9-0 Canada leads Team Italy with 9:45 to play in the third period. We'll step aside. You're watching the World Para Ice Hockey Championships from Calgary, Alberta.
One more look at Greg Westlake in the up in the spotters booth here tonight. Had a great chat with him before the game about that 19-0 score. He said, Greg, how do you coach those kinds of things? And he said, well, we gave the message to the team that, yeah, this was good and that was bad, but, you know, he said we didn't go out there. It's not as if we went end to end and intentionally scored goals that we knew we were pouring salt in a wound, so to speak. They were just goals that happen to happen because of smart plays. And those are the kinds of things that are going to happen in this sport. And he did talk a lot about hold that thought.
Speaking of smart plays, here comes Vincent Poiley in on a breakaway. Poiley in, wired it wide of the net. Still very aggressive. We saw that yesterday, challenging the Czechian shooters in this scenario. May have put Poiley off a little bit, as that's not something you see too often, especially in a breakaway situation.
I'll finish that thought of the whistle.
Poiley's got it again. Dishes back up top for Armstrong. Armstrong looking, passes, nice move there. Gets it to Halbert. He had an absolute rip of a shot, and this one nearly finds its way home as well. A whistle comes, and a face-off inside the Italian zone.
Yeah, an off-speed pitch there that almost found its way through. So yeah, just to finish that thought, that I asked him about Brad Bowden, and so we brought him into the booth, had an interview with him yesterday. What do you think of that stuff? And he said, that's what Para needs, is more of the Brad Bowdens and guys that have been around the group to go to other countries and help build. You know, to the Great Britons, to the Kazakhstans, to elevate their groups and bring some of those 18 and more countries out there that are ranked in the world up into the Pool A.
Face-off won by Canada as they control. It's done. Fires it back to the point. Jumped over Henry's stick and slides out to center. As forcing the issue there nicely was Kaufman. Haven't said his name a ton tonight, but he did have a very strong third period yesterday. We'll see if that comes alive again here tonight, as puck bouncing around and it's forced free. Kaufman lost it to Jacobs Webb. Good work from 26 in red and white as he works it, plays it across, and that's cut off by Italy yet again. This time it's Torreira to the line. That'll be kept in by Henry. Henry for Jacobs Webb. Feeds it in front, and that pass just doesn't connect for Dunn. Kovacevic off the goal post. Oh, so close for 29, but it stays a 9-0 game. Lavin looking to change that stat as he'll let a shot go. Blocked by Kaufman en route. Dunn pushes it back to the line. Henry, a shot over top the goal. That was earmarked for the top left corner.
Great release, too, from all the way back there.
Another battle won and a save for Stilatano. He had no idea where that puck was, but he stopped Jacobs Webb from scoring. Now, puck played back to the line. Lavin again. Zach Lavin this time a shot that caught something en route and ended up over top the goal. And Italy looking to clear this zone once more. Chipped out to center, down the ice it goes. And that will go the distance for an icing call against Italy.
Yeah, so Kaufman, you talked about him heading in the third period yesterday, had a good third. He was our isolated player to start the game yesterday. DePaoli, Large, all those guys had great thirds for Team Italy. This was their better period, Zach, of all three periods yesterday against Czechia. For Italy again, now you're preparing for tomorrow. How do we get ready to play Japan on Tuesday at 8:30? So build some of these strong habits in a game that I would say is a little more in your reach.
Last game of pool play will be Italy against Japan, and that could very well decide which team plays in the quarterfinals and which team will head to the B pool for next year's World Championships. Cozzolino controlling here. Canada well on their way to a second victory as McGregor looks, he waits, he shoots. That's over top of the goal. And all out of play, in fact, as we'll get another whistle here.
Called by the gentleman right in front of us, having a cold beverage. Never a bad thing for the guy with a lot of great tats, too, by the way, who called that out of play. So I don't know if the officials heard it or not, but I've got to give credit where credit is due.
As faceoff will come outside on that deflected puck out of play, or that shot rather from McGregor. As mentioned, their partner next game's coming on Tuesday. Tomorrow a day off for the teams.
Czechia and Canada. Jacob Novotny, the head coach of Team Czechia, chatted with him at Intermission, doing a little bit of scouting. He was as they come up next. You don't think he's licking his lips for that opportunity?
Oh, absolutely. A win over Team Canada would be massive. As top spot in the pool, in pool play, does clinch an automatic bye into the semifinals and would skip the quarterfinal stage entirely. An extra day of rest for the group. I would assume maybe a practice day for the teams not playing, but
I think this Canada, a little bit different than the Canada that Jacob saw back in the Para Hockey Cup in Quispamsis, New Brunswick.
there appears to be an air of confidence in this Canadian squad, and I don't know if that's to do with the 19-0 scoreline yesterday. McGregor walking in a pass that doesn't reach. Cozzolino robbed by Stilitano. As don't take anything away from the Italian netminders in this tournament. They have been stellar. But the confidence, you could just see it growing as each shift happens for Team Canada. And just that air of anything we put on the goal likely has a pretty good shot of going in. And if it doesn't, well, we'll be there for the rebound and the one after that and the one after that.
Yeah, absolutely. And getting all the guys back and healthy, Corbin Watson back between the pipes. They've gone through a lot of different goalies over the years based on injuries, and we'll hear more about Corbin Watson's story on Tuesday.
Henry will flip that across to Lavin. Lavin shoots and he scores. Zach Lavin, his first of the tournament, and Canada hits double digits yet again. It's 10-0.
Yet another 10-0 game at the Para World Ice Hockey Championships. As a nice shot for number 7. I thought he's probably been one of their better players on the ice today. Hasn't necessarily been rewarded for it. Had to fight that puck in his sled, Zach. Settle it down a little bit. Got it from his left-hand look. Gets it. Wait underneath. Cradles. Picks his spot right up under the J-bar. Excellent shot from number 7.
Great shot from Zach Lavin as he's got number 1. Had an assist in yesterday's win for Team Canada. Now Rob Armstrong and Tyrone Henry, the lone members of the Canadian squad, who have yet to find the back of the net in this tournament. However, as mentioned, Henry with 5 assists coming in, and Armstrong with 2 of his own yesterday as well. So offense coming from everywhere in the lineup for this Canadian team as they've got it again. Centering feed, Dixon, waiting, shooting, put it just wide. And still kind of a little bit further over to the right than I think he would have wanted. And if Dixon's shot is inside the post, I think that finds its way in. Italy stealing the puck inside their own zone, flipping a pass ahead, and that'll go into the Canadian zone. Lavin will have to play that puck as not enough for icing. Slides it ahead, and now Tyrone Henry pushes a pass ahead for Boyle, read nicely by Cavalieri, and it pops its way back into the neutral zone. Canada with possession once more. Zach Lavin leading the rush. Plays it for Boyle. Vincent Boyle dishes back to Lavin. His pass finds its way to Dixon, walking in, shooting. Glove save made by Stilitano, who will hold on for the whistle. 5:31 to go here in the third.
Robbed. Unbelievable save as we head to the break.
We'll step aside here. 10-0 Canada leads. Zach Lavin with the most recent marker. You're watching the 2024 World Para Ice Hockey Championships from Calgary, Alberta. Welcome back inside the Win Sports Center here in Calgary, Alberta. 2024 World Para Ice Hockey Championship action. Third period, 10-0 Canada over Team Italy. Well on their way to a second consecutive victory here in round robin play.
Equally as impressive offensively, defensively. Canada allowed 1 shot yesterday, 2 shots today. Outstanding. That's number 1 in the tournament. USA had 4 shots against today.
That they did. China's had, I believe, now 13 total. And then Czechia and the other winning team so far, they had a fair few against Italy yesterday as well. A centering feed, a shot that got blocked. But yes, the Canadian defensive structure has been stellar so far. And you have to think Coach Russ Harrington and the rest of the coaching staff is happy with how they've seen their team play, especially in the defensive zone.
Yeah, they got a lot of great talent on that coaching staff. I'll hold that thought.
As here's Canada looking for more. Dixon again. This time he shoots. He went low. It's underneath Stilitano. He makes the save. Wasn't sure where that puck ended up, but he kept it out.
So for Team Canada, they've got a lot of great minds of coaching on that side. Boris Rybalka spent a pile of years coaching with the Camrose Kodiaks in the AJHL. Head coach and general manager, that's him on the left. And dead center, of course, Russ Harrington. great career. Mike Fountain, a second-round draft pick of the Vancouver Canucks in 1992. A number of years in the American Hockey League. And let's not forget Greg Westlake, the Mario Lemieux, I'll say, a pair of hockey over the years. Great coaching. Breeds to the depth and the wisdom in Canada pair of hockey.
Anton Jacobs-Webb with possession inside the neutral zone, plays it ahead for Dunn. James Dunn using that speed in over the line. Dunn right in, cuts across, passes off, Albert shooting, and that's blocked en route by Macri. Good work there from number 18 in the Italian blue. Now pushed ahead, nice feed onto the stick of Kovacevic. Kovacevic in front, Anton Jacobs-Webb couldn't corral it as it jumped over his stick. Italy finds it in the corner, look to clear the zone. Off the boards, out to center, and down the ice that'll go. Albert's likely going to win that race. It rolls, and it's an icing call against Team Canada, or pardon me, against Team Italy.
Yeah, so again, just want to get back to it, make sure that I'm clear about that point, that Canada so well offensively and defensively, Zach. I'm sure, as it's probably the elephant in the room, championships in Calgary, Canada's soil, they love a shot at USA and getting that chance. That's obviously the elephant in the room. This Canada group I'm watching right now, I know it's early, matches up better than any USA group toe-to-toe that I've seen in para hockey so far.
McGregor dishes off for Lavin. Lavin passes across. Cozzolino gathering, couldn't get the shot away. It's underneath a sled. I believe it was Ramoti Marnini who got in the way of that shot. Now it's cleared out to center. But going back to your point there, partner, you have to think that wears on the mind. USA with 3 consecutive World Championship gold medals. The first time that's ever been done in World Para history. And you know USA's chomping at the bit for number 4. And how sweet would it be for this Canadian squad to take it away on home soil?
In the home office of Hockey Canada. This is where they do their business, right here in the Winsport facility.
Macri with possession inside the Italian zone. 3.5 to go here in the third period. Battling down low yet again as Canada has not elected to go with that more puck possession, hold the puck throughout the third period. They've been a little bit more aggressive with that mentality of put the shots on goal and get chances. And again, it goes back to that conversation we had in the USA game, building the right habits.
Well, I think they're preparing for a very physical Czechia team tomorrow. Czechia, you know, is going to come and check you and hit you continually. So that's what they're preparing for.
And we'll see Czechia later on tonight. That one dropping the puck at 8:30 Mountain Time as they'll take on Team Japan. As Macri with possession inside the Italian zone. Swings it around to the near side, or Marnini's, pardon me, with possession. Swings it back around to Macri. Couldn't get it past McGregor. Tyler McGregor trying to center it, defended well by Ramoti Marnini, and he will happily send that out to center ice as Canada will look to turn it right back around. Pass too far ahead of Hickey. Enderle will come out to play it, and you know what? Rather than he coming out to play it, Stilitano's going to cover it and take the whistle.
Not a bad idea. So Stilitano came in relief. Cass-Ladder, a couple of great goalies for Italy. Stilitano, that guy right there, statistically the best goalie in the tournament last year. Para Worlds. Motivational guy. And again, talk to the player, kind of takes on the identity of the coach. Mirko Bianchi, very animated on the bench. Both goalies, very animated in coaching.
Face off to the right of the netminder for Italy. Stilitano, as mentioned, their partner at 2.11 goals against average last year. This year he's sitting at a 4.0, but
and the older statesman, 55 years old, a young 55.
55 years old. And still putting in performances like he has so far in this tournament.
Elite athlete, one of the best in the world.
Puck in the corner. Canada with possession. Dixon dives to keep possession of that loose puck and has done so well. Pushes it back to Armstrong at the blue line. Rob Armstrong puts it on goal. That one blocked by Cavalieri. And now Armstrong will contently fire that around the wall. Boyley there to cut it off. Boyley slamming on the brakes there. And now looks for an option. Puck was underneath him. Has to spin around to find it. Cavalieri trying to capitalize. We got a penalty coming up here. And this is going to be interference. And I think this is going to go against Boyley.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to go against Canada. So, Italy's had one power play today, I believe.
Italy has had one power play. It was Zach Lavin for charging in the second period.
Right.
And here's the second one, Vincent Boyley to the box for interference as he'd lost that puck underneath himself and just trying to find it. You can see right there, takes out the sled of Cavalieri to prevent him from gathering that loose puck. So 91 seconds left on the clock, 2 minutes on the board. Italy will likely finish the game on a power play, but could find the back of the net here and get their second goal of the tournament.
Yeah, Russ Harrington giving some instruction to his group, and no shots on their power play before. You know, Mirko Bianchi would love to build some positivity for Tuesday.
Puck sitting there, Watson trying to keep his eye on that, and Canada able to find it and send it the length of the ice, courtesy of Jacobs Webb. That puck found around the wall. You know Italy wants to get one here late in this game as they look to build some confidence for Tuesday's matchup against Japan, a game that will likely decide which team plays in the quarterfinal and which team will be relegated back to Pool B and will play in the seventh place game rather. That one coming on Saturday. As Canada with possession here, it'll be flipped high and into the glass. As we're well inside the final minute here, 40 seconds left in this one. Done with a clearing attempt that smacks Macri and is found. Jacobs Webb will send it the rest of the way. Minute gone in the power play here. Italy, time ticking away here. They were 1 for 2 yesterday. They're 0 for 1 so far today and looking to make it a 1 for 2 day yet again and stay at 50% in the tournament. Feeding it across for Kaufman. Good check from Lavin, knocking him away from the puck. McGregor going to get there first. And a pass in front, read well by Dunn. He will clear it out to center. And if you're Russ Harrington, you'll love the defensive responsibility there from Dunn and McGregor on the penalty kill as the buzzer will sound. And Team Canada, a 10-0 victory to improve to 2-0 on the tournament. And they take top spot in the B group. They will await the result of Czechia and Japan later tonight.
26 career shutouts now for Corbin Watson, one of the all-time greats. There's two names, Paul Rosen, Corbin Watson. When it comes to goaltending in Canada para-hockey history, Corbin, a phenomenal goalie. I'll get more on his story on Tuesday. Didn't have a chance to fit it in all the great stuff today. But Corbin Watson, what a tremendous story of coming back to Team Canada. All the goalies they've been through over the years, so wasn't a hard effort for him. Defensively, Zach Marks was the story today. Yes, they put 10 up on the board, but I was most impressed with how well they defended, especially late in the game there. The last sequence with Dunn and McGregor, keeping it in the corner, knowing how important that is. So we'll go in-house for public address for O Canada. Come back after that with Tyler McGregor.
Hockey fans, please direct your attention to center ice for tonight's closing ceremonies. The best player from each team will be awarded a classic white cowboy hat provided by Calgary Tourism that symbolizes hospitality. In addition, the best player will also receive a beaded honor feather handcrafted by Moonstone Creation, which is owned by Ivan Yovin. Moonstone Creations is proudly Indigenous owned and operated and champions authentic, handcrafted Indigenous art. The awards will be presented by Valentina Gonzalez, an SO Medals player from the Calgary Hockey Association, who recognizes all the great values hockey players showcase on and off the ice. And Cassandra Bartlett, account manager, sport and culture at Tourism Calgary. The best player for Team Italy is number 3, Gianluigi Rosa.
And unsurprisingly, Gianluigi Rosa named player of the game. We picked him out early on there for Team Italy. He played very well for the, I believe in soccer, they're called the Azzurri.
Okay, took the team on his back. Was incredible. From the opening face-off, dictated the play, both ends of the ice. Great interview with him at intermission as well. And great customary stuff. Looking good in a cowboy hat as well. Awesome.
I don't think we've had a player that the cowboy hat hasn't suited yet.
That's true.
Which
Put
is
Dave
impressive.
Dawson down there, it's not going to look good, trust me.
23, Liam Hickey.
And
Liam
Liam,
Hickey.
unsurprisingly, he played very well. A pair of goals for number 23 as he gets the nod for player of the game.
His family
here
loves it in
today.
front of us too.
How could you not?
Yeah. That line today, Zach, again, unbelievable. You talk so much about the offensive side of the game for that group. They're so good defensively, too. I've given all this praise to Jack Wallace as an incredible two-way player for Team USA. I think there's a lot of great two-way players on Canada that can easily go step for step, and they do. Not I think, they do. There are a lot of incredible two-way players on this Canadian group.
Absolutely. We'll send it down to ice level for Canada before closing it out here on day number 2. (10-0). Canada takes it over Team Italy. We'll step aside from the Win Sport Arena before being joined by Team Canada captain Tyler McGregor.
2 games for Team Canada, equally as impressive, only 3 shots against. 10-0 they win. They improved to 2-0, joined by Captain Tyler McGregor, who had 4 goals today. Maybe more, I lost count. Mr. Captain, I have to ask you, yes, we can talk about the offensive side. What was so impressive about your defensive performance today?
Well, I think we're playing 5 men connected, and we're playing as a synergistic unit. Taking away the middle of the ice, I think, is important for us. And what I'm most proud of is throughout our lineup is just, everyone's connected in doing so. Allows us to transition quick. We're taking care of the blue lines pretty well for the most part. Couple mistakes to clean up there, but that's okay. And that allows us to go on attack and work downhill.
Tyler, you guys have tripped up a little bit throughout 2024 coming in to this World Championship tournament. You get that big victory, kind of right the ship. It's been an injury-plagued year for you. Maybe what's the journey been like to get you guys here, and how good does it feel to have the momentum going again?
It feels really good. As you said, first time in a long time we've had a fully healthy lineup, which is important. It has been a pretty cold start to the new year, and that's a characteristic within our team, and it has been for a number of years. It's been not just a difficult start to the new year, but a difficult few years for us. And I think what we're really proud of is that everyone shows up with the utmost care and commitment for our approach and our preparation, and we show up day after day ready to work, regardless of any result or outcome. And I think that says a lot about the character that we have within the room, and we just trust that in each other, and we trust that process eventually will hopefully pay dividends. And I think that's what I'm most proud of.
Not to put the cart before the horse at all, Zach and I were talking on the air tonight that I've been following this para group for a long time now, and this seems to be the most poised, deep, organized Canada team that I've seen in a while. Do you feel a little bit of that's gelling right now?
100%. And like I said, we're a deep team right now, and we're connected. We're all playing together. We're all cheering for each other and hope for the best for each other. And I think that's so important to have collective success. And we saw that in last night's game. Like, everybody was involved. Everybody was feeling good. And even tonight, there's so many players within our lineup that did such amazing things, playing within our structure, within our systems, and did so many positive things. But we have 3 lines that can play. And I think, for us to reach the mountaintop, that's going to be a key to our success. And it's an area of improvement that we've seen over the past couple years, and we've had a collective commitment to making that a reality, and some amazing coaching to help us get to that point as well.
Tyler, appreciate your time as always. Thanks so much. Congrats on the victory.
My pleasure. Thank you, Dave.
Always fun to talk to my captain, Tyler McGregor. And Canada dominant offensively, Canada dominant defensively. Canada 2-0. 29 goals in 2 games, 3 shots against. The crowd loved it, and they were dancing. They were rocking, and they were ripping pucks top shedder. They had a couple goalies who have played pretty well, made some good saves, but at the end of the day, the banks worked, the shoulder checks worked, and the paychecks were cashed. For all of our staff here at HN Live, in partnership with Hockey Canada, and the fine people with World Para Hockey. One more game to go from Calgary. Dave Dawson saying good night for now. We'll talk to you 8:30.